hard to believe, isn't it? It's been nearly 30 years since Belinda Carlisle released that 80s smash hit. We still love it.
I still love it.
Timeless.
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was a huge fan, and after leaving the Go-Go's, obviously Belinda went on to carve out that incredible, successful solo career. So many hits she had here right in Australia, and her Australian tour kicked off. I got the chance to finally meet her yesterday. When the Go-Go's first hit, it was quite a massive thing for you guys, you know, and you really were living a huge rock star lifestyle.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, when you're that young and you have no responsibilities and you have money and you're famous, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Is act like a rock star. And we did.
Did you guys fight at any stage in that? Was there a battle to keep things going?
I think that when, you know, when the band became super famous in the States, that's when a lot of the problems started. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of ego stuff, and there's always the sort of cliche reasons bands break up, like publishing monies and egos and drugs, and, you know, it's the same thing for us.
When you first started to get the hits, and you know, after leaving the Go-Go's, I mean, it must have been such a big thing to do to leave the safety of your first band.
Mm-hmm. It was, well, I didn't really realize how scary it was until I had to get on stage without my security blanket of 4 other girls.
Yeah.
So, and then I thought, oh gosh, but I've always jumped into things without thinking about it, and then kind of go, oh, but what have I done? But it was kind of too late to go back. And then I kind of got used to the idea of being on my own. Even though I do the Go-Go's occasionally, and this next summer is, actually August is our last tour ever.
I remember the rain on his skin and his kisses harder than the sand and the winds whispering our goodbyes, waiting for a train. I was dancing with my baby in the summer rain.
You know, I remember being, you know, when I was in school and stuff like that, and like you were like, we always were like, oh God, Belinda Carlisle's on the TV, and we just loved watching it. I mean, you had so many hits here in such a big chunk of time.
Yeah, I mean, and I had hits I didn't even realize that were hits until I came down here for the first time.
Well, what songs were hits that you didn't know about?
Well, I mean, actually, I didn't realize that Summer Rain was such a big hit.
Big hit.
Yeah, and I figured that one out about 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
Here. Yeah, I didn't really know.
I apologise on behalf of this nation for not alerting you to the popularity of Summer Rain.
Oh, I know. Well, it's great when it's my favorite song to perform live because there's a whole choreography that goes along with it.
Is this the choreography from the clip?
No, it's a whole thing that you guys do down here that I don't know where it came from.
Really? What's the choreography?
If you ask me in a few days, I can probably do it for you.
I don't think many people know that one of your clips is directed by Diane Keaton.
Well, no, she's directed 2 of them, actually.
2 of them.
She did Heaven is a Place on Earth and I Get Weak. And she's just a friend, and she had just directed a documentary called Heaven. So it just seemed kind of, you know, like obvious to ask her. And she had been wanting to do some music videos. So she directed both those clips, and she was super fun to work with, and it was a great experience.
Was the punk thing, was it because of the period of time it was for you, or was it a real true rebellion of where you came from?
Oh my God, no, it was like the real deal. You know, it gave voice to a lot of kids who felt they were like outcasts. And really, without that movement, the Go-Go's would never have happened, because we came from the garage like a lot of those bands. But that was a very real scene, and it exploded like within years. It went from 50 kids to thousands and thousands and thousands.
Do you feel like that there's a little bit of the punk still left in you?
It's been there for a long time. I don't think it's going anywhere.
That bob, that haircut.
What?
I wanted that.
Did you?
I wanted that. We never achieved it.
You never achieved the Belinda bob?
No, tried.
There's a fun thing that we were talking off camera about it, and I should have put it in there, but it was that I asked her about, do you know, because I said, do you know that in Australia, our lips are sealed, we always call Alex the Seal. She goes, only in Australia
Alex the
is it
Seal.
called Alex the Seal. She goes, we were here, the Go-Go's were here for our first tour, and some DJ in Sydney went, that's Alex the Seal. And they were like, what are you talking about?
Is she okay with that?
She quite likes it. And now I've got to learn the Summer Rain dance. You can see Belinda on her Australian tour with the Summer Rain dance. Just head to the website and request Alex.
Yeah.
She still sings it.
Nice.